earnings, and it's a very good show from NIIT actually. The business seems to be improving. In fact, if I look at the numbers, the revenue is up 44%, EBITDA has surged by about 115%, and there's margin expansion as well. Vijay Thadani, Vice Chairman and Managing Director at NIIT, is with us. Mr. Thadani, thanks for joining in. Good to see you on the show this morning. Very strong performance. Most of your businesses, starting with the corporate learning segment, they've done really well. You, I think, guided for 15% growth for FY22. Are you going to stick to that, or are you confident of revising that guidance higher, just looking at how smart Q2 has been?
Yeah, so I think corporate, first of all, you are absolutely right. Both businesses have done well. In fact, I was on a town hall call last night, and I said after a long time, we have fired on all cylinders. And every product has grown, and that has been very good. And I think it is based on the tailwind that is at this point of time, the talent hunt tailwind which we are experiencing. But also, I think, most important, the transformation which the company has gone through over the last 12 months. I think pandemic gave us the time to accelerate that transformation and test out the outcome. So we have upped the guidance for corporate learning group from mid-20s to 30% growth now, 30 plus maybe, and margins stabilizing at mid-20s in the corporate learning group. And we are also upping the guidance for skills and careers, where I think, again, a very, very significant quarter for us this time, and it is at the cusp of a major takeoff. In fact, skills and careers has grown faster than the corporate learning group, and that also, I think, the guidance we would like to up to about 40 to 45% growth this year. Of course, that's on a small base because we were in the transformation phase over the last couple of years.
Yeah. Mr. Thadani, good morning. Just correct me if pandemic was a godsend for a lot of players like you, because your online classes saw a boost as far as subscription or demand is concerned. But now that everything is opened up offline, people have started going out, do you reckon that there could be a bit of a slowdown in any of your segments? Is that the right way to look at it? Okay.
I think you are absolutely right. The habit change which happened when people got used to predominantly digital learning. See, we are not believers of a full digital learning. We believe that there is a need for a live interaction, now whether it can be digital during pandemic or it could be partly offline, whether in certain segments. All that is likely, but I think the habits have changed, and the newer generation obviously is more aligned to that. So that definitely is true. Right now, I think next 3 or 4 years, the tailwind that we have of the environment is extremely positive for talent. Just about everybody is very, very hungry for talent across the world, not just in India. In India, very specifically, given how you see the banking and financial services are growing. You were just talking about food tech, so just about XX tech. I call that XX tech. All those would require a large number of very qualified and deeply skilled people. So I think as long as you're focused on an outcome-based training and you are focused on fulfilling the demands of the talent, I think there is a positive environment, and if in that you have a superior product, I think you stand to benefit.
Right. Mr. Thadani, could you tell us what is the order book visibility for you at this stage?
Yeah. So we use the term visibility in our corporate learning business. So with addition of 6 new customers, which by itself is a record, 6 new MTS contracts, we are now at 63 MTS contracts running and $294 million of revenue visibility.
Okay, Mr. Thadani, very quickly, as you said, tech is the flavor. What are you looking at in terms of the digital business? There is so much private equity money, there are valuations, and there's so many different businesses coming up over there. So is there something strategic that you have in mind in terms of M&A, either you buying out or maybe selling out a part of that business? Just try to understand how you're strategically looking at the learning space, which is undergoing a massive transformation.
Yeah. I think it is there is a strategic opportunity to position yourself in the new environment, no doubt about that. And I think every organization has to look at its past, its capabilities, its competencies, and prepare itself for that. We are also in the process of doing that. We made an acquisition recently of a company called RPS Consulting. That's a new member in our family, and we're very happy to have them. That is servicing a very specialized segment. See, our focus will remain very strongly outcome-based training and on to young adults. So I think if that is the focus that we remain on, then whatever opportunities come up there, you would see them panning out. So for example, the new strategic shift we have said is don't do training just in case, do training just in time. And that is through a service which we call Talent Pipeline as a Service, which means it's like you connected a pipe to your organization, and whenever you need talent, NIIT would prepare that talent and give it to you. And therefore, the person who's coming from as a
no, Mr. Thadani, I was asking more from a private equity point of view, because there's so much money for taking, whether you look at that. And I think that's a later conversation, and it'll be a very interesting one. Right now we're running into market opening, and we hope to have you back on this show sometime very soon for it. Thank you.
Certainly.
Thank you.
Okay.
You have a good day.